There you are. Welcome, my darling wanderer, to another chapter of our intimate journey into the malleable mesh of your mind. Tonight, allow me, your guide through the abyss, Violet Nocturne, to walk you to the edge of understanding, where reality itself begins to crumble. You've never been quite certain of your surroundings, have you? Never entirely sure if the familiar is safe or merely pretending to be. And tonight's tale, my dear, will peel back the safe facade of the world you think you know. Let's step together into the Specter of Hollow Ridge. Picture this. Hollow Ridge, an idyllic suburban community built like an advertisement for comfort. White fences, lush, overwatered lawns, a street so quiet you'd hear a whisper echo. But the sense of ease is deceptive, a serene mask hiding cracks, not in the pavement, but in the reality itself. And at the center of this convoluted facade, we have Miriam, a devotee of order, detail, and predictability. Miriam is the kind of woman who labels her spice jars alphabetically, the kind of woman for whom a moment of chaos feels like a crime against nature. 2 nights ago in Hollow Ridge, Miriam noticed something that shouldn't have been there. Out the corner of her eye as she swept her spotless hardwood floors, she glimpsed, just for a fraction of a moment, a shadow. Shadows are ordinary, aren't they? But not when the angle betrays the absence of light. How curious, she murmured to herself, her voice unheard by anyone else in her sunlit home. But as night settled and light by nature receded, she felt a gravitational pull, drawing her to the window overlooking her too symmetrical neighborhood. Her husband slumbered upstairs, safe and sound, or so she thought. At first sight, everything appeared as it should. A couple of porch lights flickering, streetlights glowing faintly, normalcy personified. But then, again, it was there. A figure, or something pretending to be. Across the road, beneath an oak, barely illuminated to suggest any form at all, refusing to vacate her window's periphery. What is more insidious than a presence unwilling to cross the threshold of the obvious? Miriam wanted to reassure herself, wanted to believe her tired eyes were betraying her. So why, she wondered, did she return to look at that exact spot hours later? Up went the blinds, once again just to feel that same sensation, what in psychology we might call presence anxiety. The figure remained in position, neither approaching nor receding. It wasn't that it was still that unnerved her. It was that, at a glance, it seemed to wobble, no, shimmer, not externally, but like a shiver in the canvas of reality itself. No sooner could she define the outline than it dissolved into uncertainty. The next day, Miriam did what people like her always do when they sense disorder marching into their neatly arranged lives. She sought validation. She asked neighbors about prowlers, inquired of local security cameras, and became condescendingly familiar with the neighborhood watch. In classic fashion, she found every mundane explanation she didn't want. One person laughed about seeing a misplaced garden gnome creeping down a driveway, because horror often feasts first on those who need control. Miriam doubled her locks and layered her windows with blackout curtains that day. Her fortress made her brave, that's what she told herself. But if bravery lived there, why did she still feel watched? Time skipped forwards like a stone cast across waters not entirely stable. Nights transformed into broken chapters of sounds, creaks too repetitive, almost rhythmic, flashes of light resembling someone testing the wall of her night. Until one pivotal midnight, Miriam awoke to something different, an emptiness where her husband used to sleep. Venturing cautiously into the hall, her steps made no sound, as if the hardwood underneath her decided its pact was with silence. The house's dimensions didn't feel quite correct anymore. Hallways stretched unnaturally long. Corners seemed to bleed shadows. And staring ahead as if summoned by her barest whisper of thought, it was there, the specter, fully realized without the safety of glass shielding it. Gasping, she willed herself awake, clawing for the old explanation. Dreams. But even daylight wouldn't erase Hollow Ridge's new guest. Sunlit hours proved meaningless when every reflective surface caught some flash of wrongness. A stranger now permanently burned into her perception. And here, my dearest wanderer, is the twist sharper than any blade. Miriam's torment didn't end with clarity. It became cyclical, a repetition of moments where time refused to break its hold. Was this relentless specter haunting her, or was Miriam herself fracturing, splintering into the world's cracks? Perhaps you feel a chill now, wondering how tightly your own grasp on reality may truly be. Let this be your haunting conclusion. There's nothing kind about clarity when its price is sanity. Thank you for staying with me until the end. But I must ask, was this truly the end? Or have we perhaps just begun? Sleep well tonight if you can. Until next time, my darlings. This is Violet Nocturne, bidding you farewell, for now.